wavy gang. Look, while you debate either you wanna chase reefer or carry big weight, I carry 8 cleavers. We don't rap the same. I'm a late Caesar, and you got bad delivery. Look, wavy gang. Look, while you debate either you wanna chase reefer or carry big weight, I carry 8 cleavers. We don't rap the same. I'm a late Caesar, and you got bad delivery. Late pizza. I hit your block with more shells than the Cooper Trooper. So if you bury shit, I'm the pooper scooper. I'm diving in pussy and dressed in a mask and a scuba. I'm pretty, nigga. What I look like passing medulla? I done got it, that dollar made me a savage. I can't tell your top from your bottom like a capital I. Man, I ain't done this shit in a while. Forging my name's the only way you'll have my signature style. I've been switching my pivot and ripping into them how I spit my lyrics and kill them, I'm just a criminal now. Look, what am I supposed to do with all this damn music? Put it on someone else's beat and make you dance to it? I just can't do it. Every bar's translucent. You just wanna be a Superman. Cam Newton. I'm hanging out with Hollywood, my man do it better than whoever you mentioning. It's so damn foolish and people so fucking need. Get us a bottle, some fucking hand fluid, grab another bottle, put my hand through it. I'm in the DMV, tell them it's so N-double-O-K, you can spell it yourself. Wait a minute.
Squad. Look, when you been in the dark, you just gotta shine. See, I ain't worried about much, cause my mans keep the ladder. If you try and climb, every day I gotta grind. And if shorty let me fuck, and tough luck, cause when she out of sight, she out of mind. Bitch must be out of mind. No calls, no texts, no tweets. We don't speak like if I'm a mom. Sorry, I don't got the time. But I'm out here trying to get it, you ain't with it, then I cut them like they not in line. Keep it real, I ain't lying. Little mouse, I'm a lion. Try and press me, keep the iron. Hoes looking like they spying. Fresh to death, I guess they dying. Dope from what I'm supplying. Can't make it without trying. Anything else, they lying. They ain't hearing me. I never had fear in me. And I ain't dirty laundry, so they are not airing me. We are not the same now, homie, no comparing me. Look around, see a lot of talent right here with me. Real spitters, real hitters, real go-getters. Never give up, still grinding with my same niggas. Same passion, same goals, gotta chase figures. Fly me for IG, then let's take pictures. Need paper so long, I can make scriptures. Enough said, I'm about my bread, I'm trying to make biscuits. Get fly, stay high, gotta make digits. Try and see my paper stack like 8 bitches. Woo, yeah.
Thanks. Check it. Let's get it. Let's rock. 6 million ways to die. Choose one. Big Smalls, Tupac, Big Pun, Big L. Shit, I'm going out in the blaze. These niggas saying I changed. I feel them stuck in my ways. Check it. I ain't one to toot my own horn, but toot. Here's a dick ride for y'all to jump on. My screws loose, my drink spike, my bitch diet, my bitch down. It's my life. I'm the man, right? You can't win. I won't lose. You can't beat. Yeah, you got game, but you ain't got no rings. I'm King James, I'm Pete Wade, I'm Mike Jordan, I'm Scott Pippen, I'm Cal Ripken, I'm Bill Russell and Russell Simmons. I got bitches in the bad bitch, fast whip. Used to ride a caddy, white wall with some 6s. Now I rock J's, but I only rock the 6s. Maybe the Olympics when I'm on some slick shit, huh? And this flow confidential. Not making it ain't an option. It's all mental. I take a swig of the fifth and I'm all pencils, pins and needles, paint cathedrals. Nigga, I'm lethal. A weapon. You have stepping, you get dealt with. Used to move Knicks, no Raymond Felton.
Hey
yo, they throwing subs, they too pussy to mention names. They act like stars, but nobody even know your name. You got a weak buzz with a little fame. You better stay in your bike lane or get a pop chain. I'm rolling with lions and we gunning for that food chain. Caught a hater slipping, all you heard was that ooh, baby. So play dumb and see how smart I could really get. I'm far from an idiot, you dealing with a Philly kid. Straight from the balance, I rumble and throw my hands up. And just cause I'm short and skinny don't mean a damn thing. And just cause you see me alone don't mean I won't bang. I'm I'm going spam, I'm going ham, I'm like a bad knee. I'm too raw, too much to make them OD. I got a dope flow, now watch how they all lay. I'm a bully with the flow. It's a Pacino, why you always rhyming so mean? Cause maybe I don't give a fuck. I'm snapping on your nerves and I won't stop until you give it up. I'ma finish what you started, it's time to go pick it up. Now watch how I rip it, I'ma damage the competition and slaughter every opponent. I'm burning right through these haters, they ducking, I got them running. They soft and they all know it, they pussy and they don't want it. I ain't gonna make friends, I can't drop a bomb on them haters. In my city, man, we get a lot of that. Haters, they the ones that run and never go and scrap. Haters, they the ones that rats go and chill with. Haters, they the ones we don't fuck with.
I've been gone for a sec, but I ain't ducking no wreck. I just had my thoughts to collect along with respecting these checks. But I'm back now and that's what's important. So listen close and get yourself a dose of the dope that leave them comatose. See now, some of these rappers wish I'd up and die. Have a heart attack from all the fried food I've been eating, eternally sleeping. Cause I'm a beat heathen, fucking cypher bully. I won't stop till they walk me off the stage, draped in their cage. This is my fade, nigga, can't you hear it? Your horns call me to action. I hope you assemble your faction. And layman's get your fucking crew together and come and see me. And I bet none of those you collect can hold a candle to my death step. Leaf froggy, but no lily pad that catch you. This is war doggy, there are no rules. You want that special? I'm a beast stalking a predator in this rawest form. I haven't eaten it much. You bitches look like a smorgasbord. A cornucopia of those of you who shouldn't have opened your mouth to speak about the queen. They scream about I got the speed to knock a demon out. Probably traveling between the dimensions among the greats. My name get mentioned, no disrespect, but I don't consider women my only contenders. I want to be the best out of everybody. Remember some fucking gloves off, bad knuckle bro, taking your jaw, fury so raw, the likes of which never saw before. You heard my motherfucking roar. The sound piercing the night air, got you type scared, race follicles ahead, goosebumps with the myth, thought it was coming up. But knuckle up, I've been in my case so long, I don't care who I'm fucking up. Lyrical uppercuts, crosses, haymakers, make the sign of the cross, grab your rosary, pray later. MC intimidator, it's in the death of me, chefing a masterpiece, but I'll kill you over the recipe.
Cypher. Hey yo, thanks for coming out to the Cypher. Episode 2, Rhythmix Audio.
Appreciate all the MCs that was a part of it. Couldn't be done without y'all. If anybody out there wants to be a part of the next upcoming Cypher, make sure to go to Facebook, Rhythmix page, like that. Contact myself, Safi, Black Maverick Williams, or Bobby Soul out there, and then we'll get in contact with you, man. Set it up. Thanks for y'all for watching, man. Appreciate it.
Episode 2,
Cypher.
Oh, sound cool. Yeah, that sound super sound. Hey, baby, what they did is all the bad.
Three, two, one, go!
Uno face. When I uno face. When I uno face. Please don't get up in my way. When I uno face. When I uno face. When I uno face. Please don't get up in my way. Uno says, when I uno says, when I uno says, please don't get up in my way. Please don't get up in my way. Yo, that mama. Yeah, I should have been had this set up. Yo, Slizzy in the building. Motherfucker. It's gonna be back on the stream, but we back another Slizzy Life sit down on Slizzy Life Radio. Thank y'all for everybody that's been tuning in, showing love. I appreciate it. Let me get this off. Oh, damn thing. Thank you so much. But while we're doing that, real quick, follow me everywhere. Slizzy 703 for more tunes and developments. Got some stuff cooking up this week, man. And thank y'all for. I got a special show tonight because we got Slizzy sit down with a dope league owner. He's a league owner. He's a battler. He's a talent sky. He's in the crucible. We're gonna talk about it, man. Trust me when I tell you. But before I do that, I got to also, if you rocking with the show, got $1 in Cash App. Sorry, y'all. The wife is yelling at the son nonstop. But I'm gonna bring my guy in here, man. Once again, y'all, thank y'all for pulling up. This cat, man, he's so dope, man. I want to thank him for pulling up. He's a battle rapper. He's a league owner. I battle. He's a talent scout in the Crucible, and just an all around good dude, man. You got Lexx Luthor in the building.
What's up, Slizzy? Thanks for having me, man.
Man, thank you for pulling up. Yeah, I'm a nobody in these battle rap media streets, man. So
everybody is nobody at one point, right?
That's what it is. Everybody pulling up. Do-Rag was good. You know what I'm saying? Miss Drew, thank you for pulling up. Mike Ryder in the building. Underdogs, man. But before we get into what you got going on, we just had let's talk about it real quick. We had a very dope weekend this past weekend. URL had the All-Star weekend super fight on Saturday. Teams versus
Real
Queens.
Sick performance of the weekend, right?
Yes, sir.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah. I feel like Real Sick and Mike P had the battle of the weekend. That's a big fact.
Let's go.
That's a big fact. But winners losers, real quick. We ain't gonna talk about it all night. But winners losers. Who is the big winners? Who's the big losers of the weekend? Let's talk about it.
Well, shit. I feel like the big losers is the interesting thing to get to right away, right?
Let's get to it.
All right, I guess Averb was one of the big losers of the weekend, obviously.
Ooh, man. What a He got 30 terribly.
He made us Pokemon fans look bad. Up there getting 30 in a Pokemon sweater and a Pikachu sweater.
I ain't gonna lie, that was weird. That was uber weird. Like, what? And what up, CM? But yeah, I was like, that was super weird. Like, what was going on?
I don't know.
We the battles in the building. Aver, the biggest loser.
As usual.
Oh man, you was going in on Twitter too. Pause if needed, but I was disappointed.
I also thought Vixen was a little burnt out, right? She seems like she's been taking too many battles.
See, that's the thing with Vixen. I can't necessarily say that already because it's a little too early, and the fact that the battle was pushed back because of everything that happened the last time. So I don't want to necessarily say she was taking too many. I just felt like maybe
She
the
was also
pushback.
in front of, like, Loso also had one of the better performances of the weekend as well. So she also had to stand in front of that.
Yeah, Loso leveled up. Yeah, I think in the first round, her trying to rebuttal kind of messed her up too.
Yeah, she thought it was gonna hit.
She was trying. I thought it was. If I don't know, something just didn't. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't.
Right.
It didn't come together properly, in my opinion. But
it's hard to impress a crowd full of battlers compared to a crowd full of fans. Because a battler gonna be like, I would have thought of that. You know what I mean?
It would have been like, yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact. This was also just praying harder. I hate y'all. Also definitely had a great performance, man. I don't want to say it was a 30, right, but
maybe
he definitely had one of the greatest performances that weekend.
Danny Myers was incredible too.
Oh yeah, he was. See that battle kind of made me mad, and let me tell you why that battle made me mad. Because don't worry, because I do love Danny Myers. Don't get it twisted. But I've grown to be a great Kid Chaos fan, and he just took a little too long to get to his material. And you can't do that with somebody like Danny. Danny he's rapid punch like he's literally every
Gatling gun.
bar. Yeah, like he's literally every fucking bar. Like, you can't do that with somebody like Danny. And Kid Chaos is incredible with his pen, but it was just like it was taking too long to heat up and shit. Like, and then you got Danny punching up a storm and shit. It was like, come on, bro, you can't do that with somebody like Danny.
Yeah,
that kind of made me mad. But how you feeling about the Real Sick Mike P battle? We gonna talk about it.
I feel like it's an early candidate for Battle of the Year, right? I don't feel like I'm tripping for saying that.
Nah.
Granted, it's only March. We're only 3 months in.
Yeah.
But like, if this was a company and we got our quarterly report, Battle of the Year would be Mike P and Real Sick as of right now.
That's a fact. That's a fact. He definitely. I love the fact that both of them showed up. I love the fact that both of them. It was a war. It was definitely a fight. It was definitely a fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm very happy with that. I need you to drop that like now.
It started really good in the first round, and it only got better as it went on, which is crazy because of how good that first round was.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Does Real Sick have the best flow?
Yeah. Yes.
I can't argue.
You know what I'm saying? Why not?
I can't argue.
It's not even that he has the best flow. It's also he does the most with it. You know? He keeps like a really crazy cadence, a really crazy pattern, and he really condenses a lot of crazy material into those patterns. And he does a lot with it. He doesn't waste any rhymes, any syllables at all.
I can't argue with it. I feel like he definitely does. Like you said, he does a lot. He does a lot with what he has, and he does the same thing on a beat too, that's another thing that shouldn't be slept on either, because he does the same thing on a beat.
Facts.
So that is definitely So that's definitely a positive in that regard. But before we hop off that, any other winners and losers we need to talk about real quick?
I feel like mostly everybody else had pretty good battles, right? I don't think anybody else had like really bad, clear losses. Miss Hustle was great. JC, I felt like was really good as well.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily saying Lady Flames was bad. I just think that JC was like significantly nice.
Yeah, it's just levels. It was just levels.
Yeah.
You know, she definitely fought. I'm a DMV nigga, so you know I'm gonna have a tad bias, but
where's she from? She's from VA.
She's from Richmond, but you know, I'm gonna be a tad biased, but you know, it's levels, man.
Right.
JC showed levels. JC had one of his. JC was just on one. Flames definitely came to fight, but like I said, it's levels. I definitely had that 2-1 clear for JC. I think I edged the second to Flames. I think I gotta rewatch it. I ain't gonna lie, but I definitely gave JC 2-1. That battle clear. I had Loso 2-1 clear. Had Hustle. 3-0 body bag.
Yup.
I had T-Top 2-1 on debatable. I ain't gonna lie.
That battle.
I gotta watch that again. That was the second battle of the weekend. That was the battle of the night for Kings and Queens too, easily.
Hell
you know what I'm saying? The first two battles were definitely good, but T-Top and Coffee definitely that had some fireworks.
It seems like Coffee loses less and less clothes the more URL battles she gets. Like the more battles she gets, the less clothes she has on. I can't wait for her next battle where she's completely naked.
I swear it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And you know who that's gonna be against?
Who's that?
Yoshi.
Oh shit. Naked battle.
Why not? Fuck it. Shit. Anybody said Loso 2-1, Hustle 3-0, Coffee 2-1. I ain't mad. If somebody got Coffee 2-1, I ain't mad neither. He said JC 3-0. Nah, that wasn't the 3-0.
Damn, I need to see Coffee and T-Top if it's debatable like that.
Nah, it's a very debatable battle. Angles galore, you know T-Top. You know T-Top is an angle god. Angles galore. Coffee was turned up, I'm not gonna lie. She was performing. She was performing her ass off, like seriously.
That's some funny shit.
No pun intended. But she performing her ass off. She had bars though. She was aggressive.
Yeah.
She had bars. She had punches. She addressed a lot of shit. That's a lot. It was everything it was everything I could ask for in that particular battle. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely got that's a debatable battle. I'm not gonna fake, but I got T-Top winning that one. But if you got Coffee 2-1, I ain't mad.
How'd you call Suge and B-Dot?
Oh, that's another good one. You know what? I'm gonna keep it flat because we're saying in 2021, no debatables, but I'm gonna keep it flat. That's a 2-1 either way. I gave Suge. I had Suge the second. Ultimately, it come down to the first because both of them went off
up there, man. He was rapping up there. He
was
really trying to hang with B-Dot.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people. I don't believe in sympathy wins and all that, but a lot of people are gonna give Suge the battle because he survived with B-Dot. You know what I'm saying?
I think I have B-Dot edging it, but like Suge was so impressive that I could see a lot of people who are fans of him giving him the battle, you know?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a big fact. And he was definitely there. Like it's not like he lost. That's the thing. Like it's not like he lost. It's just, you know what I'm saying, when you battle a nigga like B-Dot and he's amazing, you know?
Right.
But I think ultimately it comes down to the first, in my opinion. But I gave Suge the second, and I edged Suge the second, and I gave B-Dot the third. I think the first round is the most debatable round of that. of that battle, in my opinion. But I definitely want to watch it one more time before I give a definite. That was the most debatable battle, arguably of the weekend.
I can agree with that.
That was definitely a debatable battle.
Oh yeah.
But let's get into what you got cooking up, man. You know what I'm saying? I saw the battle that that y'all dropped today with the two youngins.
With the young men, yeah.
They was both fire. How did that happen? Let's just get into that.
Well, you know, we like to not judge people when they come into the league and they're young and they still have a lot of things to learn, right? So what we did with Nox and Death is we gave them a couple battles. We didn't really release them out to the public. We kept them on the app, right? So only the people that are subscribed to the iBattle TV app really got to watch their development. And I noticed that they were not only the two youngest in the league, but they were really making huge strides between battles as far as improvement goes, and not just improvement, like the willingness to accept that they have to improve and listening to feedback and applying, right? And it just made sense immediately after their last battles. They said, all right, you two are going to battle each other, and it's going to be the two youngest kids in the league going at it, and let's see how it goes, right? And they really slugged it out. Cafeteria battles have changed.
Yeah, that's oh shit. But yeah, they was going. Both of them was going ape. I was looking at it and I was like, okay, everybody, we're not gonna, go be overly critical. Both these cats are they teenagers. We're not gonna be overly critical. But I was looking at it and I was like, oh shit,
Right.
they going crazy right now. I was like, they're going crazy. I will say Nox was more aggressive and more performant. They both had bars, but
Right.
I feel like Nox was more aggressive and more performing.
He's definitely explosive as fuck.
Yeah, I can see it. He was rapping a little bit too fast. You might want to slow the pace down a little bit.
Yeah.
Because when you in a battle, you want to hear shit. You want to hear them to hear everything they saying, everything you saying. I was telling him to slow the pace down a little bit, but other than that,
we have a card coming up in 2 weeks where I give pretty much 5 of our best newer guys over this quarter, right? Some of the people that have been in the league for a while, it's called Cultivate. That's what we do in the league. It's like our version of Rookies versus Vets, right? So Nox is going to be facing Homeschool, who's like one of the most solidified up-and-comers in the league. Like, he faced nonstop killers and early in his career. He took a couple L's, but he took them in really crazy back and forth battles that he was way too inexperienced to be in, if we're being honest, right? And he really did his best to live up to the hype every time, and he wound up becoming an absolute killer in the league. And I gave him to Nox for his next battle because, if anybody understands Nox's situation, it's Homeschool. He came into the league young, and he faced some of the best people only 2-3 battles into the league, just like Nox. So I'm excited to see how that battle's gonna go, because I know Nox is very explosive and he has a lot of energy, but Homeschool's a really, really smart fucking dude, and he diffuses a lot of that early. So I'm excited to see how that goes.
I'm definitely interested to see that. I saw only one Homeschool battle. I'm not gonna lie.
Is it with Rax?
Yeah. That was a fire battle.
Yeah, man.
That was definitely a fire battle. Shout out to Rax.
Shout out to Rax. But I don't know. So Nox is gonna have a tough time with Homeschool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fire. I think it's gonna be fire though. I can't wait to see. You got any plans for what's Death the Kid?
That the Kid is actually the co-main event on that card. He's battling Syntex. Syntex is in Rax's crew. He's from Dallas, Texas.
I heard of Syntax.
Syntex just battled Eddie I on iBattle.
Yeah, I think I saw that too. I heard Syntax. Oh, that Eddie I battle was fire. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
They both get tests right out the gate.
Out the gate. That's what's up. I'm definitely about to. I need to get that. I feel bad. I ain't got that. But I need to go ahead and get Stop Playing.
You got to put these guys in like high pressure situations. You know what I'm saying? That's how they evolve.
Facts.
You have to let them know. Be like, hey, I put you in this battle that you're probably gonna lose.
But you got to see where but you got to see where they at.
Figure out how to not lose this battle.
Right.
Right.
Figure it out.
And with battle rap, it's not like, hey, just figure out how to do it. It's like do it or get humiliated in front of hundreds of people.
You
know?
It forces you to think quick. You know, you gotta figure out something quick, fast, in a hurry. Like you said, if you don't, it's possible you may not battle again.
Right. And it's not even that. Listen, getting humiliated in front of the 50 people in the room fucking sucks. And then you go home and you think about it and you're like, damn, there was 300 people watching me live too. You know
right. There's 300-400 people watching you live wherever it's
I really hope thousands of people don't see this on YouTube, you know?
And then you get embarrassed. That's So I battle. I'm definitely a fan. Y'all came up, man, like from the mud, from the trenches. Y'all had crazy battles in the past. But explain the origins to the people who don't know.
For the people that don't know, I actually was one of the first battlers on iBattles, one of the first main events. I battled on a league called the Draft League when I started battling, and it fell apart shortly after Grind Time fell apart. It was actually like a Grind Time development league. I had a couple battles there, and then at the same time, I booked my first iBattle battle and my first King of the Dot battle. And I kind of, instead of picking a route, I kind of just did both and juggled it, right? And iBattle was the first league to ever invest money into my career, you know, give me money to battle, fly me out, you know, build me up. I give shots to the new guys. So it was really cool to have a home league. And shout out to Logic. Logic was the previous owner, and Logic was no longer able to continue running the league for, you know, personal reasons, health reasons. And, you know, I felt it was right to just kind of pick up the reins, and I was already versed in throwing battles. I lived in Canada for 3 years running beast mode with my big bro, Chris Kane. And there we found Franchise. We found Joey Gambello. We found Luke Nukem. We found Slow Loris. We found a ton of battlers in Canada, and that's where I got my experience to throw events. So like my first like real discovery with Chris Kane was Franchise that battles on URL. You know, and like not a lot of people know that because I'm not Canadian, right? But I lived in Canada for 3 years while I was battling on King of the Dot. And what my best friend that was out there was like, he ran beast mode, and he was like, yo, I don't really know battlers. I don't really know a lot of battle rap like that, but I got these cameras and I got all the venues on fucking Smash, and I'm really out here. You know what I'm saying? So I can get everything outside, you know, the battle rap side. Let's do shit. And that was like our first crop of battlers. So when I moved back to New York, I was still running beast mode. And when I moved back to New York, that's when I found Dunch and Eddie I and Minix and all these other battlers that were from beast mode. And that's when shortly I was like, I don't want to run an international league with my best friend, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be in New York running a league and he's in Toronto running a league, and we have to like correlate it together. And it's overall one of those things where they say don't do business with friends, right?
Definitely not. Definitely not. Because I agree with that wholeheartedly.
You know, it gets weird, especially with creative control and money. And I told him, I said, listen, you taught me how to fucking drive. I'm gonna get my own car. You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
Smart man.
There's no reason for me to be running this Canadian league in New York just because I'm out here. Plus, my home league of iBattle has just fallen apart. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone had nowhere to battle. E. Farrell had nowhere to battle. Jeffrey, Jack Tripper, Bangs. So I scooped it up, and he was running Canada in beast mode, and in New York I had iBattle.
I love Bangs, by the way. He's so dope.
Yeah, he's that dude. We threw a lot of crazy battles back in the day to develop people. Like Eddie I and Bangs is a big one. E. Farrell and Dunch is like another really big one of those crossover battles. I still haven't booked franchise in New York yet. That's
Right.
I'm really slipping
I
on.
was thinking that too. Like, I haven't seen him on iBattle since you mentioned them. I was like,
He hasn't really battled anywhere off of URL though, to be fair.
Right.
You know, he's done a couple battles like on the Riot and stuff like that, but very far in between.
Mm-hmm. What is the dream battle you would want to book on iBattle?
Well, shit, to be honest, I'm not really interested in booking any big battles. So you're not going to get any Cassidy type bullshit out of me, right? You know, I think that there's a lot of really crazy battles with my battlers that I could set up that probably realistically won't happen, right? Because of contracts and all these other different things. But I would really like to see Dunch versus Pat Stay. I think that would be amazing.
That would be
a battle I'd like to set up right now. I would like to set up Real Sick and Ilmac because that's probably not going to happen anywhere. You know?
That would be insane.
That's not real. In the reality is just the way the game is played. Real Sick and Ilmac will probably never meet unless a medium platform like us can bring them together.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
That would be definitely damn. Let me think about that shit now. Jesus.
I always wanted to set up King Jables and Heartless, but Heartless ain't battling.
Yeah. King Jables is nice too. Shout out to King Jables.
Yeah, King Jables is that dude. He lives in Kansas. He's in the middle of fucking nowhere. And right in the middle of the desert where no one looks is one of the craziest punchers in battle rap. It's crazy.
Yeah, him and Romney was definitely a slug fest.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was definitely a slug fest. The Crucible. You doing big numbers with the Crucible.
Yeah.
You're viewed as definitely a top talent scout. A top talent scout in the Crucible. Why do you think that is? Okay, let me ask this: do you look for a certain? Yeah, I didn't want to ask that. That was kind of whack. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
so
it's not though. I just I think everyone that's involved is a top talent scout. And it's just really a numbers game, and it comes with a lot of chance. And I know a lot of the people that I picked are, I could depend on them to deliver. They got a good ratio between good and bad performances, especially a guy like Mr. Biscuit. I watched him win like 3 battles one weekend. He like battled the dude, and then the next day he battled 2 other dudes, and he beat all 3 of them. And like he didn't even lose a round. You know what I mean? Like he won 9 rounds all weekend.
Yeah, he is dope. I was like, I had never heard of him. But then I looked and I was like, yo.
What's crazy is he's been battling before me. He's been battling before most people. He's the first Christian battle rapper there was. Like A Ward and all these guys, they all know him. When I was preparing for, I've been battling for about 11 years or maybe 10 years. And when I first started battling, I would watch Mr. Biscuit versus Fresco. And he's been nice, man. Like, he's been one of the hidden gems for years. I don't really know a lot of the things with battle rappers, Slizzy. To be honest, it's their geography. It's like where they're at. You know what I mean? Like they have a very small chance of making it when you're from fucking Denver, Colorado. You know what I'm saying? Like Rum Nitty, for instance. For those that don't know, Aspect One got paid to come out and host an event in Arizona, and that's where he saw Rum Nitty. And then he went back to Cali and told Lush One, "Yo, I saw this guy. That's crazy." So like it's you have a very small chance of making it if you're from a place like that. If you're from like King Jables and you're in the middle of the fucking desert, or you're fucking Mr. Biscuit and you're on a fucking mountain in Colorado, you know what I mean?
Right.
Chances are you're not gonna make it. Like, I would have never been on URL if I wasn't going to URL events, and like people knew who I was and staff recognized that people knew who I was. You know what I mean? Like, I had to show face to get a lot of respect, and for these people, it's impossible for them to show face.
That's another conversation for another day. As far as the geography is concerned, that's definitely another combo for another day.
But yeah, I'm definitely winning the Crucible still.
Yeah,
as usual.
Oh man. So what do you buy? So oh man, Lord, that's a fact though. So what do you look for in a battler? Like when you eye a battler, do you automatically be like you got some, or or you got a certain criteria you look for in a battler?
To be honest, the thing that I look for the most is something that I can't look for, and that's something that I've never seen before. So I'm always kind of like I'm waiting to see somebody do something where I'm like, whoa, that's new. You know what I'm saying? Or just overall like character, personality. I had like New Lips, for instance, this guy that battles with my league. He's like this tall, he's like a 6'5" hippie. And I asked him, I was like, where do you come from? Like after his first battle, he's so funny. I'm like, where the fuck do you come from? He's like, I live in North Carolina, da-da-da-da-da. So I went to call him when he went home, and he didn't answer me for weeks. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? And I finally got a hold of him, and he's like, yeah, I live in a mountain. He's like, I just don't have any service. So sometimes I walk down to town and I can answer you, like just,
whoa.
And I just think that these aren't real people in battle rap. You know what I mean? Like they shouldn't even be here unless you find them.
That's crazy.
That
man said a mountain.
Like, look at Real Sick. Like, Real Sick, you had to look for him. You know what I mean? Like, if you didn't follow UW's smaller battles, you weren't gonna find Real Sick.
Right.
This guy won like 2 tournaments, and I don't know, whatever. That's a whole nother story. But point being that, if you don't dig, you're not gonna find these guys. And you got to do a lot of digging. And when it comes to what I look for while I'm looking, is that thing that I've never seen before. And like a guy like Real Sick, he kind of reminded me of Disaster. And it was at a point where I was dealing with the fact that Disaster wasn't really that good anymore. Right? Because he was like one of the greatest of all time. And I'm like, wow, this guy's kind of like Disaster, but he's fucking crazy, right? So I started. I looked at his name. I was like, oh shit, he's sick. And I'm I'm Middle Eastern, so fucking I knew what Sikh was. I was like, oh shit, this guy's a fucking warrior race. This guy is what's it called? I forgot what I was gonna say. That what you know the Dothraki from Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this guy's a Dothraki battle rapper, bro.
Oh man, that's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. Now you said that. That's a fact though. Real Sick is definitely
He has his own identity, you know.
That's a fact. So are you like, do you, so no certain area you look for, you just pretty much go like to find talent
I
wherever it
mean,
leads.
Slizzy, like people's strengths will stand out to me while I'm watching them. I'll be like, wow, this guy has 3 battles and great crowd control. This is crazy, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
I'll be looking, I'm like, oh, this guy has 4 or 5 battles and he's punching this other new guy's fucking head off. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like certain strengths pop out to you. You know, this guy's, it's his first battle. He's not really that good of a writer, but he's really confident. You know, he's really confident
Mm-hmm.
with this subpar material. If I tell him that he's not that good and we teach him how to write, maybe he'll be good. He's already fucking confident.
Right. You're right. You selling it. You selling it.
You already are selling people. You know how many people come into my league and tryouts, and I'm like, this guy is selling trash to this crowd right now, but he's selling it. You know, all I have to do is after the battle let him know, yo, you sold that, but it was trash. And for
Mm-hmm.
the most part, those people that listen, they go somewhere. Then you got the other ones that's like, how dare you tell me I'm trash? I'm the best. And I never see them again. But, you know, for the most part, people listen, man, and they do improve.
You have a certain a style that you like tend to stay away from. Like you like, cause you know how you have like a million motherfuckers who try to punch because now punching is so popular. Like, you know, you got a million battle rappers that try to punch, or now because twerk is popping now, you got a million people that want to sound like twerk or whatever the style is.
I tend to stay away from people. I tend to stay away from people that aren't aware of who they are, and are emulating for the most part. That are like I could, you know, sometimes people battle, and I'm like, I could tell you their favorite 2 battlers by the way they're rapping.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm like, oh, this guy likes Nitty and fucking twerk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
just by the way he's rapping, he's wording his shit like Nitty, but he's saying it like twerk, and his body movements are twerk. You know, so I tend to stay away from people that aren't aware of who they are, and not only that, aren't saying things the way that only they can say it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Like some battlers, if you are a little white kid, you know what I mean? Like Knox is aware that he is a little white kid and that he uses it, right? He uses it to his advantage nonstop. You guys always say my name is Chris or Kyle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sniper line. Oh man, that's a fact. Yeah, I like
You
people
know.
like that. I like people like that. I like people who use who use what they have and they make it a strength, but they don't try to emulate other people. Like I like definitely originality is definitely important, and
you know
I
what?
feel like that's
Originality stems from knowing who you are. Be like, if I said this line, am I going to be able to sell it, or are people going to be like, bullshit? You know? And at least since I have this concept that I consider to be good, how can I say it only the way I can say it, and it'll work for me? You know?
right. Go ahead, throw some questions out there, Sue Surf Lawyer. Bring your ass. Y'all got questions in these comments. Y'all let me know some
Don't
questions.
ask me about my little ass blood. That's the one question I'm not answering. All right. I smoked the whole shit waiting to get in here.
Any chance Lex gets back in the ring soon? And if so, who is he interested in?
Honestly, I kind of want to battle on King of the Dot again. I know that I work for URL, and that's a fucking weird ass thing to do, to like be working for URL and be like, I want to battle on King of the Dot. But the people that I want to battle there. So that's kind of what it is. Like, I got a lot of respect for guys like Thesaurus. I'd really like to battle Thesaurus. I'd like to battle Lopeshi. I know these are weird, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Lopeshi's a weird battle to ask for, but I would really like to do that. I'd like to battle a Sketch Menace. I'd like to battle who's somebody else that I'd like to battle? I'd like to battle maybe Mad Flex. I'd like to battle
That'd be crazy.
There's a couple people that I'd like to battle, you know.
Out of all the names you mentioned, I could definitely see Mad Flex on URL.
Yeah, it would be dope seeing Mad Flex on URL.
Yeah, man, he fit. I think he's any battle rapper fits as long as they dope. But as far as like
the likeliness of that happening is very slim, because for a couple different reasons. Like, the Crucible is the process to get into URL, and it is going to be a very strict policy that people can't skip that. You know what I mean? And if you do, you have to be next level amazing. You know what I mean? You have to be such an asset to the company, not even the culture, you know?
Yeah. I definitely understand that. So now they done got, so of course they got rid of the original PG process, and of course they got the Crucible. Crucible is there. Do you feel that there can be changes made if there need to be?
Yes and no. But the reason I seem a little hesitant is because I'm not exactly sure what I'm allowed to talk about and what
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like,
gotcha.
Most of the things that I would change are COVID related. So really it's no, right?
Yeah.
Like, if it wasn't COVID and this process was able to happen in front of a decent amount of people, it would be completely different, right?
True.
But the actual structure of it is amazing and flawless, if you want to be honest.
Word.
It is going to produce stars, because what it does is puts a lot of pressure on new battlers. And like I said before, the more pressure, the better. Even if these guys lose some of the battles in the Crucible as it goes farther and they start facing really a lot more talented people, it's only going to make them better, win or lose. So I'm kind of excited. And the things that I'm not sure that I'm allowed to talk about are really fucking cool. So I don't want to get in trouble and they pull like a fucking Marvel Universe on me and they're like, you're fucking fired.
Right.
You know, but
right.
But man, like Slizzy, they have some really fucking cool plans for the battlers that make it. Right now, the things I know that I can talk about is that we're in the final 16 of it, right? Thousands of people did auditions online. I think about 200 people were picked. That 200 got slimmed down to 38. From that 38, it got taken down to 16. That's what we have now. We have the final 16 out of the thousands of auditions, right? I don't know how much I can say about that final 16, but 4 of them are mine. So I'm sitting at a solid 25%. And the people that do well in the 16, it's going to be broken down into 8 battles. They're going to be picking 6 of them to move on, and I can't say what's going to happen with those 6 people right now.
Fair enough. We ain't trying to get nobody. So we just go ahead and move on.
No, it's all good, man. I know how to dance around it nicely.
I feel you. If there's one thing Lexx could change about the battle rap community, what would be? Great question.
Honestly, one thing that I really don't like about it is, listen, it's gonna have a negative vibe. It is what it is. people are gonna come to battle rap for negativity, and they're gonna spread it while they're here. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I don't like is people trying to deter others from supporting. You know, being like, I'm not paying this a month for this, or I'm not gonna fucking buy this guy's merch. This shit looks like this. Da 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 da. Like, yo, these battlers to be able to prepare one of these mega battles for people, like I'm talking about like a spectacle, like that Mike P real sick battle. What they had to do to prepare for that battle, you have to turn your life off, you know, for what they do, which is like fucking 3-minute rounds, a long time. Could be 2 months.
Yeah.
You know, it could be 2 months. If you're hollow, 3 months. You know, so I would say support your favorite battle rappers, man. And like, that's one thing I don't like. I know a lot of people like, yo, bootleg gang, that's the coolest shit. It's not, man. Like, if the less and less people support it, the less likely there is for cool shit to happen. You know?
Mm.
And a company like URL and a company like King of the Dot, and most definitely a company like iBattle, you get to see your money at work, you know? You see it getting invested into battlers. You see Saint winning $50,000. You see Holmesy winning $25K. You see, I'm not going to say what Real Sick got paid for this weekend, but God bless that motherfucker. It's more than I've ever been paid, you know? So, you know what I mean? But support them because it's awesome. It's great. You know, and I don't know about you guys, but it's not always easy to sit there and be like, hey, I'm a rapper to people, you know, especially, hey, I'm a battle rapper, right? It's hard to sit at a table and be like, hey, what do you do? Oh, I battle rap. I got to tell people what I do for my job. And if it comes to battle rap, I tell them I run a multimedia company, and I provide streaming services. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't easy to just talk about battle rap to anybody. But you know what, Slizzy? If I was getting paid $120,000 a year, I'll be at any table talking about battle rap.
I swear, I would too.
You know,
quick, fast, in a hurry.
I'll bring it. Where'd you get that car? Battle rap. What do you mean? You've never seen a rap battle? Like, I'd be talking about it all the time. You know,
I swear.
That would be. To be honest, it's a bit difficult. So I would say that I see a lot of people in battle rap pushing away from support, and that's kind of whack.
Yeah, I don't like that neither. Also, I don't like. There's a lot I changed, but it's not about me right now. But any other plan? I know you talked about Cultivate going down in a couple of weeks. Any other plans for our battle in 2021?
Oh, I have something huge coming up. Well, first I have this event in Atlanta coming up April 24th. If you guys are in the Atlanta area, come through. Eddie I and Chef Trez, G-Lo.
3 hours away.
You know?
I'm 3 hours away.
You 3 hours away? Come through, man. I got you at the door. You and me.
My man.
You know? Ken Savvy versus Rebuttal That. I can't wait for that one.
I know. So, is that the one with Saga and G-Lo?
Yeah, that's Saga and G-Lo.
Oh yeah, I might have to pull up.
Yeah, that's gonna be that one. Also, HA Doubles battling Lou Cypher.
I ain't heard HA Double in a minute.
Yeah, and that's one of those style matchups, man. Like,
Lou Cypher crazy.
You know, one of those matchups where you're like, damn, how did nobody throw this yet?
Right. It was on that card if you can tell. If you can't, that's fine. I understand.
Are you familiar with Court Hendricks?
No.
Okay. That's why I love battle rap, man. All right. Court Hendricks is from out there, and he's amazing, man. Like, he's one of the most original punchers right now. I've seen clips of him online with like really, really crazy bars in them, but I was never able to find the motherfucker. I only saw clips of him. Right? So I would ask people, yo, where's this guy? So I wound up finding him. And then now that we have the event coming up in Atlanta, I booked him. And I booked him versus Zay, who I saw perform in the Crucible. He didn't make it, but he was still really good. And this is another reason why the Crucible is good, because even though he didn't make it, he caught my eye. Now he's on a big card, right? So that's another reason why the Crucible is kind of popping. But yeah, that whole card. Are you familiar with Rebuttal That?
Yeah.
Rebuttal that's battling Ken Savvy, who just battled Lou
Yeah.
Cypher, Lou Castro on iBattle.
Oh, that was a fire battle too.
Yeah. Who you got winning Ken and rebuttal that?
I might
Sorry to
go
put you on the
Ken.
spot.
You did. I might have to go Ken though. I ain't gonna lie. I might have to go Ken.
Ken's bars are crazy.
His bars are crazy. He's going all around. I like rebuttal that. And to be honest, I only saw one rebuttal that battle, so I can't even. You know what I mean? I saw a couple of Ken Savvy battles.
Do you think that G-Lo can beat the Saga?
Honestly, see, here's the thing though. Which Saga we gonna get? Because I feel like Saga has been great on smaller stages, and then he gets on big stages, and Loki's been lackluster. So like,
well, there's a reason for that. If you want me to, enlighten you on why.
Look, come on, I'm listening.
In small leagues, it's kind of like, okay, think of it as stand-up comedy when you are just, practicing your material in front of your friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going over your new shit, yada, yada, yada. There's a lot of there's a really cool vibe in the air and it's natural, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to URL or King of the Dot and there's a lot of pressure. It's business. You're at work. This matters. You can't fuck up. Don't fuck up,
Right.
Whereas in a smaller league, even if you do fuck up, who the fuck cares, man? Get it back.
Right.
Hit the water. Shut up. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
deal. You know what I mean? Like, It's all love. We all friends at the end of the day. We all run material by each other. We all know each other for years. It's not really a big deal. And whenever they're facing people, they're obviously not bloodthirsty. The Saga doesn't feel like, oh my God, I have to kill G-Lo or else he's gonna murder me, which might be a bad thing because that shit can get him killed. But
yeah,
it's what I'm explaining is why he's more comfortable in the ring.
Mm-hmm. That might be a lot of people too, though. It's not even just him. It's a lot of people because I see him on small leagues and they'll go crazy and they'll go absolutely nuts, and then they go to a big stage and they don't do it as good. Not that they are bad, but they don't do it as good.
Yeah.
If they would.
It's just because the vibe different.
Yeah.
The thing with battle rap is you can never predict the vibe in the room. You never know what's gonna happen, how everybody's gonna be feeling. Like the vibe could change at the drop of a dime.
Right. But I'm not gonna lie. I mean, of course, COVID. Of course, fuck COVID. But at the same time, we getting these small. I'm gonna give you flat. I love small room battles. I always hated big stage battles just because of the amount of gas that can happen. And like you just said, the vibe of it. You know what I'm saying? I like to hear. I'm a dude who likes to hear bars, so I want to hear everything that a person says. And in a big event, you can't necessarily hear them all the time. But I do like the energy of them, and they are needed. Don't get it twisted. But I'm just more a fan of smaller rooms. So in my thinking, me being on the outside of it, my thinking is, I mean, well, it's COVID, so they're in a small room. Not that many people in there. It's battle rap.
I like it like that.
It's only 20 people at the most. So like, why are certain people not doing good? And that's just me on the outside looking in, not knowing no better.
It's hard. Well, it depends on who the 20 people are.
True.
It's like it's gonna be tough when. I mean, like, look at Shotgun Suge watching Mike P and Real Sick. You know what I mean? Like, he lost his mind.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have people watching, let's say, Loso and Vixen, and they're like criticizing Vixen when she does her rebuttals. They're kind of like, not impressed. You know what I'm saying? Because they're battlers. That does not impress me. But if there was fans there who have never have never done a battle rap rebuttal before, they would be like, "Woo, that was crazy,"
At least battle literate. I feel you gotta at least be battle literate though. But yeah, that definitely makes sense. I'm not even gonna lie. That definitely. So you got what's the name of what's the event? April 24th again.
April 24th is Road Rage 3. We usually do Road Rage in Austin, Texas for South by Southwest, but because of COVID, fuck COVID one more time, we doing Road Rage in Atlanta this year.
April 24th.
Yeah, and there's a huge announcement coming for this weekend that I can't talk about right now, but we gonna fuck shit up. That's for sure.
I'm definitely pulling up now.
You need to pull up all weekend. Just let me say that. You might need to pull up Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Huh? Say less. Say less.
One of those.
Oh, say less. I'm about to go ahead and start looking there. Oh man, I'm excited.
I saw Sister Lawyer say something about the 2021 position for League of the Year. Bro, after this weekend I'm talking about right now, forget about it, man.
Ooh. Uh-oh. I said strong words. We gonna have to see what's up. I said some strong words. We gonna have to see. And I appreciate you pulling up, bro, man. Thank you so much for pulling up, man. Last question. Dream battle. Who you battling? How does it go?
For myself?
Where? Yes. All right, for yourself and for your league.
Okay.
The stars align at the perfect time.
I have well, to be fair, I've already done my dream battle. So
Oh.
So like I'm trying to think of like a new one. Right? My dream battle was always Ines, man. Like I always thought Ines was the fucking
fire battle.
Master. He's like the master of flows. He's mad funny. He's super meta in the sense that he's mad aware of who he is and he uses it to his advantage. And like another reason Ines is one of my favorites is because I watched Ines and Iron Solomon when I started writing for my first battle. I watched that and I was like, yo, Solomon killed this dude. And then like the older I got, like as the years went on, I was like, is Ines winning this battle? As the years went on, I think Ines might have beat fucking Iron Solomon, but whatever. That's a whole different story. But he was always like one of my favorite battlers, man, since the Hollow Man battle, everything. All of it. He's the best.
Man, Hollow Man. Damn, that's crazy.
He's the greatest. But now my dream battle, I'm such good friends with everybody because of booking battles. Right? So like it's tough to be like, hey friend, I want to fucking kill you, But a battle that I would really like to do that's realistic that I think would make a lot of sense is I would like to battle Young X on URL.
Ooh.
I know my answers are so weird. I know everybody's like, I want to battle K-Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to battle Blue Surf. I'm like, I want to battle Young X, but yeah.
I
think he's great. I think he's amazing.
I can see that happening. I can see that happening. It'd be funny as hell too. My wheels are spinning. Okay.
A dream battle for my league too. Other than the real sick Ilmac battle that I said before, I would also really like to throw either Mulips versus Bill Collector or Kid Slade versus Easy to Block Captain.
Oh man. Ooh, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it flat. You might need to go ahead and book that because the way Easy going right now, and the way Kid Slade is about to go, because Kid Slade is nice. Man, you might need to go ahead and book that now because I see URL snacking that, and like a few months if you don't book that. I'm just gonna keep it always like if you don't.
Kid Slade is
said,
Kid Slade is one
like,
of the only picks that isn't mine that might win the Crucible.
he is nice. Kid Slade is nice. Kid Slade is nice. I'll say by like if you don't book that by like October, I'll say October.
The Slizzy countdown.
I'll say October. If you don't book that by October, and they keep going up like they've been doing now. I see URL booking that.
I think I'd rather it happen over there if we were being honest.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy. But I'm saying like if you book that like I was not pocket watching or nothing, but like if you book that now, that would be a huge battle for the league itself. It will bring, and I also feel like it will bring more eyes over there.
It's a little self-destructive at the end of the day, if I'm being honest. And as humans, we're all a little self-destructive, right? We like to smoke and drink soda and all this dumb shit. But I acknowledge the fact that battle would do a lot more for the battlers on URL than it would for them on iBattle. And yeah, it would do a lot for the league itself. But at the end of the day, taking it and not letting it happen on URL is really just a selfish move on my part. Like being like, this is huge for the league, don't do it over there. It's them missing out. You know what I'm saying? So I might as well just keep building up my guys. I have great storyline with them. But that's not something I would fucking I would force them to do, but I would love for it to happen. Don't get it twisted.
That's crazy. My wheels are spinning.
Yeah.
My wheels are spinning now. Well, we appreciate you pulling up, man. Thank you so much, bruh. Anything, last words, anything you need to plug in? Where can they follow you? All that good shit.
Yeah, at the end of the month, March 27th, we're doing the Cultivate 4 pay-per-view. Knox versus Homeschool, Syntex versus Death the Kid, Louis Valentine versus Z the Dropout, Cassius Clay versus Double A, Dale Denton versus Chunk. It's basically the iBattle Rookies versus Vets card. Subscribe to the iBattle TV app. It's $25 for the pay-per-view. We have a pay-per-view service for the app and a VOD service. It's $25 a month. It comes with 3 or 4 pay-per-views a month from iBattle and other leagues that we work with in our network.
I'm ready to go ahead. I gotta go ahead and do that my dance. Follow me everywhere. Slizzy703, man.
Follow Slizzy.
Subscribe to the channel. Please follow me, man. I'm trying to do something out here. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, DMV Slizzy Gang. Every Monday, every Tuesday. You pulling up, Slizzy Life Radio. I got blogs coming. I got another Slizzy Sitdown coming. Lexx, I'm pulling up April 24th. We're going to talk after I put my son to sleep. But it's lit.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you pulling up. Appreciate everybody pulling up. We out.